everybody, I'm Jillian, the registered dietitian with NCHPAD. Welcome to Easy Meals in Minutes. A lot of people say that they don't have the time or energy to prepare meals at home. Today I'm going to show you just how easy it can be. We're going to start with breakfast, do lunch and dinner, and you're going to see how easy it can be to prepare a healthy meal at home. So today we're going to start with breakfast with a fruit smoothie. It can be a great way to get a lot of nutrients in an easy way in the morning. The one thing to be careful though with smoothies is that if you don't measure, you can really get a lot of calories in there. So you really want to know what you're putting in so you're not just pouring things in, because it can easily be 500 or more calories if you're not careful. If you see any smoothie recipes that have ice cream in them, it's really not a smoothie, it's just a milkshake disguised. So be careful of what you see. We're going to start today and I'm going to show you how we're going to make a strawberry banana smoothie. We're going to start with a half a cup of orange juice. And I've done my slicing before we started today so that we could save some time. I'm adding a half a cup of sliced strawberries. You can really add any fruit. It doesn't really matter, whatever your favorite might be. We're adding a half a banana. I'm just going to put it all in here. We're going to add 6 ounces of fat-free yogurt. I chose vanilla yogurt, but you could pick any yogurt that you might like. And then we are also going to add some ice cubes. We're going to put the lid on and blend. It's going to be a little bit loud. Okay, looks good. And then pour it into a glass. And this is breakfast. And this is all for 240 calories, which is not too bad. And look how big that is. I can't even fit it all in my glass. And tastes great. Okay, next we're going to do lunch. Today we're going to make a Southwest turkey wrap. And I do want to remind you all that the 3 recipes I'm doing today are all going to be part of your tip sheet that you got this week. So you can look on there and you can also see the calories and grams of fat in each recipe. Like I said, I'm going to do a Southwest turkey wrap. Now if you're a vegetarian and you don't eat turkey, you can just leave that out. But we're going to start, as I said, I've kind of pre-done the beginning stuff. What this is fat-free sour cream, 3 tablespoons, and 2 tablespoons of salsa. And I'm going to use this as kind of the condiment instead of say a mayonnaise on the wrap. Now I'm putting this onto this wrap I have here. This is a whole wheat wrap and it actually has 100 calories only for this big wrap and 3 grams of fat and 13 grams of fiber, which is about half of your daily fiber, which is great. You want to be really careful when looking for wraps such as this one or tortillas. You really need to read the label because a lot of them, ones that are even half the size, can have almost double the calories of this one, and some have no fiber, some have partially hydrogenated oil, which is a trans fat that you don't want. So you really do want to read the label. So as you can see, I've spread some of this mixture onto the wrap, and I'm going to set this aside. I like to use this for actually dipping while you're eating. So you can set that aside. Next, we're going to put some turkey on here. I have some really little slices, that were pre-packaged, but if you get turkey from, say, the deli counter, your slices will be bigger, so you may only need like 2 slices. So you'll see we have the turkey on here now. I'm going to add some black bean and corn mixture. This is 1/3 cup of black beans and 1/4 cup of corn. And these are both canned products. They're really convenient. The only thing you want to be careful of is the added salt. So when you open the cans, you want to put them in a strainer and you want to rinse them with water to get some of that salt removed. You can also look for some of these products. I know the corn I bought has no salt added, so you can also find those products as well. So you're just going to kind of sprinkle this on however you want here. Okay. And next, what we're going to do is we're going to add some avocado on here. Now, avocado is a great choice instead of cheese, for example, because it does have fat in it, but it has the healthy fat, the monounsaturated fats. and can give a great creamy texture to your sandwiches. So to cut an avocado, you want to start in the middle, and you're going to cut around it. And there's a big pit in the middle of one, for those of you who haven't seen one before. So you're going to cut all the way around it. And then, after you're done cutting around it, you'll be able to kind of just twist it, and then you have it open like this. So the thing about an avocado, as I said, it has healthy fat, but it does still have a fair amount of fat in it. So today we're going to use about 1/8 of an avocado, which is about 5 grams of fat. So this would be about 1/4. And then this would be about 1/8. Okay, so what we're going to do is you're just going to take out that 1/8 part. We're going to set that aside. And then you're just going to slice it very, very thin. And just kind of lay it, you're just going to lay this in the center of the wrap. You're not going to spread this all the way out since you don't have as much to work with. Okay, like so. And a lot of people say that they don't, have any way to store an avocado and then it just gets brown. But the best thing that you can do is to take a baggie, put the rest of the avocado in there, and then sprinkle some lime juice or some lemon juice on it, and make sure all the air is out of the Ziploc bag, and you'll be able to save it for at least a few days. So that's a great way to save what's left. Next, we're going to sprinkle this with some shredded lettuce. Okay. And then the toughest part is probably rolling this and getting it to form into a sandwich. So you're going to want to kind of take this, and you might lose some ingredients out the side, but that's okay. You can just kind of shove them back in. Now, as you'll see, this is a big, big sandwich. And actually, it's only about 360 calories or so, 350 calories, and about 10 grams of fat. But if you cut it in half, you're only getting about half that. So half of it is about 185 calories. And you can see after you cut it, you've got all those yummy ingredients right in there. And like I said, you can use this other sauce for dipping. And you'll just dip it in here. And I'll take the first bite. It's good. Thanks, guys. All right, it's time for dinner. We're going to be making a simple stir fry today, and it's actually just 3 simple steps. We're going to be starting with a teaspoon of vegetable oil. So I'm going to be putting that in here, and you do want to measure it out. Like I was saying with the smoothie, if you just go ahead and pour oil into here, you're going to be getting a lot more calories and grams of fat than you think you are. So you just need a little bit, and we're going to turn on this stove here, and we're going to saute the onions first. So you can throw your onions in here, and this is a 1/2 cup of sliced onion. I'm going to start this up. All right. So you just kind of let these get a little bit brown. And this will take about 3 to 4 minutes. Okay, the onions are brown, and this is done over medium to medium-high heat. The next step is you're going to add everything else. Pretty simple. What I have in here is a 1/2 cup of snow peas, a 1/2 cup of sliced red peppers, and a 1/2 cup of sliced mushrooms. So I'm going to add that in, and with these 4 vegetables, you're actually getting 4 servings of vegetables in this meal. You're also going to add, I have 1 chicken breast sliced. Again, if you're a vegetarian, you could put tofu, or you could just have the vegetables. And then you're going to add, what I have here is 2 tablespoons of light soy sauce and a 1/2 teaspoon of ground ginger. So you're going to add that in as well, kind of sprinkle that over. And then you're going to let this cook. You'll hear it sizzling, and you're going to cook this until the chicken looks done. until the chicken is done. But what you're gonna be doing is you're gonna be kind of moving all these around in the pan for about 10 minutes, 8 to 10 minutes, depending on your heat. So you can see we have everything in here, and we're gonna cook this up. To check if your chicken is done, you can take one of the slices and cut it in half right here in the pan. And this definitely looks done. You don't want to see any pink. You want to make sure it's white all the way through. So we're looking pretty done here. I'm going to turn this off. Now I have cooked my brown rice ahead of time. I really like the minute brown rice because it cooks really quickly. I did mine in the microwave for 5 minutes, and we have this product here. So I'm going to plate this up here. And this whole meal is 300 calories and 8 grams of fat, which is pretty good for all this food. And next, I'm just going to lay this over the rice. And you have a very healthy and tasty dinner, and that didn't take very long at all. Including the cooking of the rice, about 15 to 20 minutes. And now the best part, we get to try it. Tastes great. Well, thank you for joining me today. I hope you could see that making meals, breakfast, lunch, and dinner at home with fresh ingredients can be really easy. Again, all these recipes you can find on our tip sheet that we sent you this week. Thanks, everybody.